Meet me in the morning.
Happy Friday. It's Flashpoint Friday. This is Austin here with you for another edition of Meet Me in the Morning. This is Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. Today's episode is going to be chock full of incredible inspiration for you today. But the first thing I want to do as I kick off today, I want to say thank you. I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for you showing up. And I am going to say good morning. Carrie, you're the first one to check in, Carrie. This is wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. If you're live, if you're getting this on the playback, I am grateful for you, and I'm grateful that you showed up here. Before I got to this point, you probably can't see behind me. You might be able to see, but off in the distance, there's these beautiful flower pots that are just hanging all along these street lamps on the street behind me. And every day, the gentleman comes up and he waters these flowers every single day. And it's from the Arbor Society. And every day you walk down the street, you see these, they're beautiful, they're radiant. None of them are dead, they're alive. And it just reminded me that we need inspiration every day. We need to connect to something deeper every day. We need to be nourished every single day. And that's what I bring to you this morning is an incredible amount of information. Today I want to talk about the deceit of success. The deceit of success. And I felt the need to do this because in this modern day and age, especially in North America, we still think that success has to do with money, and cars, and all the trappings of success, the fancy clothes. But that's not you. Maybe not. But it seems as though there's still this pervasive perception in our culture that that is success. I'm not here to bash that. I'm here to say that that is a part of success. But what I'm going to offer you today, I'm going to rip your perspective wide open on success and what it can mean for you in your journey as you move forward. And what does success look like for you? I guarantee that after this video, your perception of success will be changed. It will be expanded. It will be viewed differently than you viewed it before. Let's jump in. By the way, did you smile today? Did you listen to yesterday's video? Did you smile today? Make sure you smile today. We talked about this yesterday. Rip that smile up on your face and share it with the world. All right, here we go. So the first thing I want to share with you is the definition of success to kind of back me up on this. Now, I was pleased to find out that the first one that you see is success of an aim or a purpose. But the next one really drives home my point. Fame, wealth, or social status. Now, when you think about success in America, isn't that what we see? Fame, wealth, or social status. I do not think that is true success. Matter of fact, I can almost prove it 100%. Good morning, Mandy. I'm glad you're here. I'm so grateful for you showing up every day. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to highlight Mandy here for a minute. She shows up every single day, and it's amazing what you get when you pour out. When you pour out, it comes back to you, and that's what's happening here on these videos. Let me jump in. I can prove that money and success, or money and fame and social status, does not necessarily need to success. I pose we need a different definition of success. We need to change our perception of success because society still presents a deceitful image of what success is. It is not money. It is not trappings. It is not social status. It is not fame. Those things can be the fruit of your success, the fruit of a deeper pursuit, the fruit of something that's connected to your heart. I guarantee you by the end of this, I am going to change your perception of what success really is. And it's going to be in alignment. You're going to be free. You're going to be liberated from the lens of society and the microscope that society puts on what success is. Society does not know what success really is. It is not fame. It's not social status. It is not wealth. Those things can be great things when they are put in their proper priority. Make sure you share something today because I'm going to share it. I'm going to highlight your shares. Here I go. I was at a conference. I met Tony Robbins. I met the man. I shook his hand. I looked him in the eye. I was fortunate enough to meet Tony. Fast forward, I go to a conference where Tony is speaking. And Tony had put this book together, and I can't remember the title, but it was all about wealth and money. And that is the nectar that society will always flock to. And I'm not saying that's wrong. What I'm saying is we need to look at success in a different way. And what Tony had proposed, that he had interviewed over 50 billionaires, 50 billionaires, and billion with a B. And he said that only about 4 to 5 of those people were fulfilled. Only 4 to 5 of them were fulfilled. And that hit me like a lightning bolt. And I said, you know what? We got to really take a look at what we think success is and really flip it on its head. So I'm going to look at these definitions here for you because first thing I did is I went and looked at the definitions of success. Now, the first one, success of an aim or a purpose. That's a brilliant one. I'm going to give you one that's going to change your perception on success. The second one here is what I'm really speaking of, fame, wealth, or social status. That's what we perceive as success. Okay? Here, let me dive into this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. The archaic definition of success. The archaic definition of success. And if you don't know what archaic, it's the old-fashioned version, the old school version of success. True success, here it is. The good or bad outcome of an undertaking. I want you to get this. The good or bad outcome of an undertaking. Think about this. I got chills. If you don't get this, I'm going to drive it home. The archaic version of success was the good or bad outcome of an undertaking. That definition says to me, the fact that you went for it, the fact that you put it on the line and you went for your highest aspirations, for good or for bad, is a form of success. I bet you've never heard that definition of success before. Society wants to put everything in a nice little bow and wrap it up for you and say, here's success. Here it is. Flashpoint is going to change that. The Flashpoint is going to change the world. And I'll tell you why. Because every success, and this drives this in, is the ability to embrace the polar opposite. And the greatest successes are polarized with failure, tragedy, and incredible adversity. If I could put a scale in front of you and you want to go up and you want to go up, 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 you can only go up, 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 up to the degree you face the down, 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 down. They are sides of the same coin. If you don't accept what could happen on the low side, you will never fulfill the high side. And this is why most people live in the middle, thinking that success is money, trappings, and social status. And even the people that are quote unquote successful, it's a house of cards. And that's why you hear stuff in the news all the time about people that have successful and it falls apart. Let's turn success on its head. What is your definition of success? What is your definition of success? Let's look at Aristotle. Aristotle said the only way to achieve true success is to express yourself completely in service to society. That's a pretty good definition of success, isn't it? Living life on my terms. Beautiful. Void of the perceptions of what society thinks. Your noble pursuit, your highest aspirations, free from the filter of society's definition of success, that it's fame, wealth, social status. Those things are great. Those things are absolutely great. They're the fruit of your noble aspirations and highest pursuit, and maybe your ability to throw yourself completely and express yourself completely in the service of humankind, and not settling for the pseudo perception of societal success. For me, 19 years doing something that I liked most of the time, did very well financially, achieved a level of success that most people would be totally happy with and aspire to. But it wasn't connected to my highest aspirations. It wasn't true to me at the core. And it wasn't my top skill set. You see, my top skill set is teacher, advisor, not salesperson. But I spent 19 years doing it because money, I wanted to be successful in what society thought is successful. But now I know better. And so can you. You can begin to define your success. Here's another thing that's great. If you look at success, and by the way, I'm going to share with you something at the end that I think is going to really move you. This is going to really move you today, by the way. If you're live on the playback, this will absolutely rip your perspective wide open today on what you think success is and what you think is possible. I want to look at, and I'm going to go to Japan again for the end of this, because in Japan has the highest rate of centenarians for many, many reasons. But that is valued in their society. The elderly are valued in their society. Reaching an age of wisdom is valued in their society. Like I said, the Tao Te Ching says, talent ripens late. Great talent ripens late. Our society doesn't see it that way, but it's viewed in other parts of the world to be that way. I'm going to dive into some stories, and I'm going to ask you to do something for me today. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to throw some success stories at you today. Some success stories, in my opinion. How about an 80-year-old fashion model named Wang Dushun? 80 years old fashion model. How about a runner from Charlotte, North Carolina, named Harriet Thompson? She's 91 years young. She's the second oldest in U.S. history. She's a cancer survivor. She did her first marathon at 76. She ran the Suja Rock and Roll Marathon at 91 years young. How about Yuichiro Miura? Miura. Don't judge me on my names. I'm not successful with names here. But I think I'm doing good. Yuichiro Miura reached the summit of Mount Everest at the young old age. Let me back up. Reached the summit of Mount Everest at the ripe young age of 80. How about Frank Shearer, who's a water skier at age 100? How about Minoru Sato, who's 77 and soloed a trip around the world in a sailboat? I love this one. How about Gloria Tremonton Struck, who still roars on her Harley at age 90 and plans to do a cross-country trip on her Harley Davidson at age 100? What is your definition of success? What is your definition of living life to the fullest? If your perspective's not ripped open, I'm going to have to go through this again. I read this, I had chills all over, especially when I read this woman, 91, who ran a marathon, and she didn't start till she was 76. I interviewed Gene Dykes, who just set a world record in the ultra marathon. He's 72. I interviewed him about a year ago. The interview's up on my YouTube channel. And actually, I'm going to ask you to go to my YouTube channel today and follow it. That's what I'm going to ask. I'm looking to build my YouTube channel. And I'm going to share with you something to end this out. Let me grab your shares today. Make sure you smile. They're so impressive. But here's what I want you to get. What I shared with you is extremely impressive with these folks. But here's as simple as it is. Move in the direction of your highest aspirations. Simply move in that direction. If you want it to be a runner, get up and start walking around the block. If you want to be a writer, write that first word. If you want to be a sailor, go watch the sailboats and maybe sign up. If you want to travel, start researching. If you don't know, you were just granted a beautiful research project entitled, What Do I Want to Do with the Rest of My Life? How do I want to live it? You have time on this planet. You have today. And here's the thing I want to share with you, because this is really important, especially with Flashpoint, is that get excited about the future moment, but don't let it rob you of today. Don't let it rob you of right now. What you pour into this moment is going to help augment that future moment. Let me grab your shares this morning. How are you feeling today? What is your definition of success? Just heard a song in the background. Living life on my terms. As you said earlier, it's being in the valley as well as being on the mountaintop. I'm here to give a different definition of success. You need to celebrate your failures. You need to celebrate. There's a process, and I'm developing this process in my book of what success really is. I studied Napoleon Hill, right? He studied 500 of the greatest people. You know where he starts? He starts his book with definiteness of purpose. And that makes total sense. But what I've realized is most people they don't have clarity. So how can they possibly come up with definiteness of purpose when I have no idea what I want to do? So they sit and they wait. And then a year goes by, 2 years goes by, 3 years goes by, 5 years goes by, 10 years goes by, and maybe a lifetime goes by, and I still don't know what I want to do with my life. Because the success books told me that I need to have definiteness of purpose, and I don't have that. So I wait. You don't have to wait anymore. It's messy. You need to simply move in the direction of today, not tomorrow, today. Absolutely today. It's Flashpoint Friday. And by the way, I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Grant later today. I'm going to talk about that. Let me know if you're getting something from this. Embrace the polar opposites. I was talking about your level of success that you achieve in life is in direct proportion to your ability to accept the exact opposite. And highly successful people have learned that when they go for something big, there's also going to be a polar opposite of an incredible failure or a set of adversity that's going to present itself. And the only difference I see is they have incredible belief and they understand the principles better than you, and they know that they will figure it out. That's the difference. And that's where the courageous comes in. And the most successful people that you on the planet just have more guts than you. Not more ability, more guts. Success is failure. Failure equals success. The good or bad outcome of any undertaking. One of the archaic definition of success says that it's the good or bad outcome of any undertaking. Isn't that interesting? How that is the old definition, and we don't hear that definition today. And that definition says freaking go for it. Go for it. The fact of going for it and you're going to get an outcome is a success. Isn't that a different definition of success? And he loves the archaic word. Absolutely. I really appreciate you being here today with me. I'm going to ask you to, and let me see here. I may need to flip this. Let's see if this works. Okay, here we go. All right, for some reason I can't comment, but I want to show you something that we've cultivated in our community about success. And I'm going to share with you that image right now. When I share that image with you, I might lose you. But what I'm going to ask you is to go follow me on YouTube. I'm looking to build my YouTube channel. I want to continue to free myself from the limitations and the algorithms of Facebook. YouTube allows things to be shared more freely, and it's a place you can go. All the videos are there. We're going to take this series. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this series. Meet me in the morning. But today is the 25th, so we have about 5 days left of this. If there's a topic you want me to hit, something that stoked you, provoked you, evoked you, make sure you let me know about that. Maybe we can hit a topic that's on your mind and your heart. And let me grab a couple more of your shares. I want to say goodbye to you. I want to send you off in a great way today and get you inspired and get you moving in the direction, even if it's confusing and you don't know. It's like being in the valleys. Well, yep, we shared that one. My life speaks my definition of internal success outwards because my success serves and helps humanity. What a beautiful reflection that is. My life speaks my definition. So Mandy's saying that the life she's living is speaking her definition of internal success outwards, and then it expresses outwards in the world. And it's totally true, Mandy. You embody that. Absolutely embody that. Avoid society's aspirations at all costs. I think that's a good bet. That's a really good bet. Youthfulness is a mindset. Let every cell in your body know that you're living life and you're going to go after it. You're going to live life to the fullest today, not in some future moment. You aspire for the future moment, but you've poured into today. You live in this moment. Those activities are what helps keep them young. Yes. That will be my daughter for sure on a Ducati. Okay. She likes motorcycles, huh? Interesting. Toward your highest, that feeling awesome. That's awesome. Today, now, moment, move. Yay! This was the quote Jenna shared with me yesterday. It says we are self-made but only the successful admit it. That's an interesting quote. I think that's true, but I think in your self-made decisions, you conspire with, you attract the right people, but it's your internal decisions that have it. So I'm grateful for you all today for being here with me, for Meet Me in the Morning. This moved you, stoked you, provoked you, evoked you, and it will inspire someone else. Please share it with them. And for some reason, I can't comment, but I'm going to go back and share the YouTube channel. And I just ask that you please go and just subscribe to that YouTube channel. Help me build that channel. Thank you very much. Gratitude to you. Oh, there you go, Carrie. I will plan on being Willard Scott's Centurions. He just won't be here to tell anyone. That's great. That's great. My friend John Kremitz, the World War II vet, he wants to be the oldest or the only living World War II. He wants to be the longest surviving World War II vet. As a matter of fact, I got to connect with him again. We're creating great things for you. We want you to be a part of our community. We're building a lot here, and I'm excited to pour out every day. And this fills me up just as much as it fills you up. I trust it is. So I'm going to end this right now. This is Meet Me in the Morning. Oh, I'm going to share one more thing. One more thing. I promised you something. Here we go. The true definition of success, right here. This is what you've been waiting for. Some of you already know. All right, here it is. All right.